gentlemen, transforming Times Square into the Emperor's Court of Chang'an City, the ancient Tang Dynasty capital of China, we bring you new Tang Dynasty Television's 6th International Chinese Culinary Competition.
各位好，欢迎光临第6届新唐人全世界中国菜厨技大赛比赛现场。
From the mountains of China's northeast to the shores of Canton's coastline, the 5 major regional Chinese cuisines presented today represent the most vibrant, the most delicious, and the most sophisticated of the cuisines on the planet.
中国饮食讲究以味为核心，以养生为目的。本次大赛的5大菜系就是中华美食中最具代表性的菜系。
In over 5,000 years of Chinese civilization, dynasty after dynasty, only the finest of chefs who had mastered the balance of aroma, taste, and nutrition would be selected by the Emperor's court.
今天在这里，您将亲眼目睹来自世界各地的顶级大厨们现场烹饪最传统、最正宗的中国菜。
And today, after a rigorous qualification process, master chefs from around the world are gathered here in New York City, Times Square, to compete for the esteemed title, the Emperor's Chef.
今天来到时代广场的大厨们，是从不同地区激烈的初赛中脱颖而出的。每一个菜系的3位大厨将竞争那一菜系的金奖。
Hello and welcome, New York. My name is Kian Wong, and my lovely co-host here is Jenny Chang. How you doing, Jenny?
Doing great. Isn't it amazing, Kian? We're back here again.
Absolutely. So whose cuisine shall be crowned NTD's 6th International Chinese Culinary Competition Emperor's Chef for Battle Huaiyang? Let's go check out the contestants.
下面这一轮比赛是淮扬菜系的比赛，我们先来认识一下这一轮比赛的3位选手。
NTD's 6th International Chinese Culinary Competition Finals. 3 chefs made it to the final round in the Huaiyang cuisine category in NTD's 6th International Chinese Culinary Competition. They are Chef Ueda Tadayoshi from Japan, Chef Tong Yun Tsai from the US, Chef Zhong Jun from Germany. Chef Ueda Tadayoshi became a chef at the age of 18 and has been the executive chef in Japan Hotel for 15 years. He is good with a variety of Chinese cuisine systems. Ueda Tadayoshi has won a gold prize in Chinese Cuisine Techniques competition, an award of excellence in Chinese cuisine in Japan, and a national award in Japan called Minister of Health, Labor, and Welfare Award. Chef Tong Yun Tsai from the US. Chef Tong Yun Tsai has ample experience in Chinese cuisine. He worked in many famous hotel restaurants in China and has been working as executive chef in Chinese-style restaurants in the US after coming to the States. Chef Zhong Jun from Germany. Chef Zhong Jun has 28 years of culinary experience and specializes in fish and shrimp dishes in Huaiyang cuisine. He was an executive chef in Chinese-style restaurants in Germany.
Please welcome all our finalists for Battle Huaiyang. First up, Ueda Tadayoshi from Japan.
这一位是来自日本的上田忠义，您好。我想问一下上田忠义大厨，他是怎么样听说新唐人这个大赛的？为什么会参加？
聞いたのと、あとネットですね。
他朋友告诉他，还有他在网上找到。
世界的にも素晴らしい中国料理の大会だからぜひ。
他说他听说这个是那个世界上非常棒的一个中国料理大赛，所以他想参加。
Well, I asked Ueda Tadayoshi, how did he hear about the competition and why did he decide to join? He said his friend told him about the competition and he heard this is the best Chinese culinary competition in the world, so he decided to join. Thank you.
Thank you. And next up, please put your hands together for our very own from United States, Tong Yun
来自
Chai.
美国的童云彩大厨，您好，请问您是第一次参加新唐人的大赛吗？
Yes.
那您现在心情如何？紧张还是很兴奋？ Well, I asked Chef Tong if this is the first time to attend the NTD competition. He said yes, and he said he feels really excited. 谢谢。
Thank you. And our final finalist for Battle Huaiyang from Germany, Zhang Jun.
从德国的张君安大厨，您好，请问您能不能跟我们稍微说一下淮扬菜的最大特点是什么？
淮扬菜的最大特点是，讲究刀工，做工精细，而且呢口味全面，火功到家。
Wow. I asked Chef Zhang what's the most unique thing about Huaiyang cuisine. He said Huaiyang cuisine is really emphasized on the knife skill, and it has very delicate. Also, it has a full flavor system. So let's wait and see. Check out the Huaiyang cuisine. 谢谢 Thank
Let's
you.
thank all the finalists one last time and wish them all the very best in the finals. 谢谢 Thank you.
谢谢。
And next, let's warmly welcome our verifiable pantheon of legendary chefs, our Master Chef judges.
下面我们来认识一下本次大赛的3位评委。第一位是新唐人厨技大赛评委主席曲运强先生。
Serving as head judge for NTD Television's International Chinese Culinary Competition since 2008, please welcome Master Chef Yun Jiangqu.
第二位是来自加拿大的杨怡女士，曾在北京顶级餐厅任厨多年。
Our next judge has worked with the most prestigious restaurants in Beijing, including Beijing Hotel. Please welcome from Canada, Master Chef Tika Yang.
第3位大厨是张华先生，他曾经在09年新唐人厨技大赛赢得金奖。
Our third judge is none other than the gold prize winner for NTD Television's International Chinese Culinary Competition back in 2009. Please welcome Master Chef Hua Zhang.
那么今天我们也很高兴欢迎我们的第4位嘉宾评委 Akiko Tatayama， 他是来自纽约布鲁克林的一位食评家，曾经多次在美国铁人料理节目中担任评委。
And our final judge, a food journalist based in Brooklyn and a judge on the Food Network's Ein Chef America, a frequent judge who recently founded a non-profit organization, New York's Japanese Culinary Academy, to help promote a deeper understanding of Japanese cuisine here in the United States. Please welcome guest judge Akiko Katayama. And now to the 2 secret required dishes for Battle Huaiyang.
下面我们来看一看这一轮淮扬菜的2道指定菜是什么。第一
And the
道是
first required dish: braised dry tofu shreds with chicken and ham.
大煮干丝，
Knife skills required. And squirrel fish, sweet and sour squirrel fish, one of my favorites.
松鼠鱼。
So whose cuisine shall reign supreme? He will be crowned NTD's 6th International Chinese Culinary Competition's Emperor Chef for Battle Huaiyang. Contestants, it's time to fire up your woks as we heat up for Battle Huaiyang. Let's sound the gong. And they're off.
比赛开始。
Huaiyang cuisine emerged from the ancient city of Yangzhou, near China's east coast. Yangzhou has been an economic and cultural center for over 2,000 years. During China's golden age in the Tang Dynasty, the city was so rich that it was called the most prosperous city under heaven. Perhaps reflecting the sweetness of life's blessings, Huayang food is often slightly sweet and rarely spicy. Pork and freshwater fish are staples. Preparation methods are often elaborate, but the seasoning is light and used only to enhance the natural flavors of the main ingredients. One exception to this is the locally produced Zhenjiang vinegar, which has a rich, smoky flavor and just a hint of sweetness. Preparation methods like stewing, braising, and steaming are also used to awaken the food's natural flavors, while frying is less common. Popular dishes include oil quick-fried shrimp, lion's head meatball, and chrysanthemum herring. Geographically positioned between the north and south, Huayang cuisine is admired throughout China for its balance between light and heavy tastes and between salty and sweet flavors.
And welcome back to Battle Huayang. The action is heating up. Tai-san, what's going on?
Well, Chef Fueda in kitchen station number 1, he has been slicing up his tofu in these incredibly thin slices. Look at that. It is beautiful. Okay, so he just took up the end of the tofu, and there you go. Paper thin. It is gorgeous. It's incredible knife skills. That is the thing about this cuisine, Huayang cuisine. These dishes are really going to show off the chef's knife skills.
Absolutely. I love this particular cuisine. It really combines the southern cuisine's fresh, crispy, and tender qualities. At the same time, it incorporates the northern style's savoriness and color and richness. Really beautiful stuff.
Absolutely. If we go to Chef Tong in Cooking Station 2, what he's doing is he's actually preparing his squirrel fish. So he's deboning the fish. But when the squirrel fish comes out, it's going to have to look like it's a whole fish. So he can't take that fish apart as he's deboning it. Again, showing off his knife skills. Once he finishes deboning the fish, what he's going to do is he's going to slice into the fish through the flesh, but not slice the skin. So the skin will stay intact.
Fantastic. Can't wait to see this turn out.
Huayang cuisine is one of my favorite cuisines. It originates from the regions along the Yangtze and Huai rivers, including the cities of Nanjing, Yangzhou, Zhengzhang, and Huai'an. It's actually where my mother's from.
Interesting. Now, the Huayang style of cooking places a great deal of emphasis on material selection, number 1, and it also uses a whole lot more sugar than, relatively speaking, to other Chinese cuisines, and it's really spicy.
It's very it's
sweet.
Almost never spicy. It's very sweet.
Really spicy, yeah.
Actually, I grew up in America. My biggest tie to my Chinese heritage is really through the cooking. Through my grandmother's cooking. She would spend the entire day in the kitchen chopping. But
Look
nothing
at
like Chef
Cooking
Ueda,
Station
who
number
we're looking at right now. He is chopping that tofu into the finest slices. It's really incredible. So let's jump over to Chef Tong. He's butterflying his fish now. He's preparing the squirrel fish. When it comes out of the wok, what it's going to look like is
Wow,
gorgeous.
Look at that. It's a piece of art. And when it finishes, it really looks like a piece of art. It's amazing.
Yes, and once he's finished cutting this, he's going to coat it in cornstarch, and then he's going to deep fry it, and it'll come out looking like a squirrel with little pine needles falling on its back.
And they're going to, put a lot of yummy sweet and sour sauce all over it to finish it off.
Yes, and Chef Zhang is also, we're seeing him preparing his tofu slices, very fine tofu slices. So again, this is really, really emphasizing the knife skills. This cuisine category is all about their knife skills.
That's what it's called, braised dried tofu shreds. Shreds, like they cut it up into like 16 to 18 sort of little shreds, don't they?
That's right. So what he's doing is right now he's boiling those tofu shreds. He cut them into like over 16 shreds from one block of tofu. And he's going to simmer that. And tofu actually, Kian, it doesn't have a lot of flavor.
Mm-hmm.
So the other thing that this cuisine is going to show the judges is the chef's ability to create a really powerful soup stock.
They're all essential soup stock. And they generally prepare it beforehand, and how it absorbs into the tofu is very critical as well.
Absolutely. It's just a perfect combination of a delicate flavor of the soup stock it goes right into the tofu.
Wow, look at cooking station number 1 again with Ueda from Japan. Beautifully sliced bamboo shreds.
Chef Ueda is has
those
incredible knifing skills.
Look at those massive chopsticks. Fantastic.
So as you can see, he has the ability to take this large, wide knife, and he has the ability to use it and really slice everything very paper thin. It's beautiful. Let's go look at Chef Tang. Let's see what he's up to there.
Cooking station number 2. He's cutting up some. What's he doing there? Carrots. He's cooking up some carrots.
I mean,
Very nice.
What he's doing here is just preparing his vegetables for the dish, and Chef Ueda is going back to the bamboo. As you can see, these are very finely sliced bamboo strips, and he's going to put that in with the braised tofu dish.
That was pretty fast action over there. Now, Western chefs use a plethora of knives and cooking utensils, each specialized for a different purpose, but in Chinese tradition, they only use one knife. It's heavy, sharp, and wide, but it does a ton of stuff.
Absolutely. As we're watching this, I mean, look at these incredible skills. They're used to finely slice and dice vegetables, but it's so wide that you can scoop up all the ingredients and add it into the wok. I mean, they have to be so careful. Their heart has to be very calm in order to not cut themselves.
That's phenomenal. Now, here's a short video about some of these amazing cutting skills. And we're back. Cooking station number 1. Chef Ueda, beg your pardon, from Japan is flaming his wok. He's stirring his tofu. Cooking station number 2. Master Chef Tong is actually cutting his tofu into fine slices before he shreds them. And cooking station number 3 is straining out his vegetables. Done from Germany. Fantastic stuff.
This is a very exciting cuisine category because we really get to see the chefs show off their knifing skills. Both Chef Ueda and Tong, all of them have fabulous knifing skills. As you can see, Chef Tong right now, he's thinly slicing his. He's showing how he's displaying how he's horizontally cutting the tofu, and when he does that, the knife actually has to be parallel to the tofu so that he can get that paper thin fillet of tofu across.
These guys are trained for years before they're even allowed to get close to tofu, I kid you not. Now, many of you foodies may have heard terms such as the Holy Trinity, mirepoix, or sofrito. These are referring to the 3 ingredients that represent the base of a national cuisine.
Each trinity of herbs or vegetables is usually chopped finely and sautéed together in oil or butter to release their flavor. So in French cuisine, the trinity is onions, carrots, and celery.
Absolutely, and I've been noticing, obviously you guys have been noticing as well, each chef has been prepping scallions, garlic, and ginger. So these are the 3, the trinity of Chinese cuisine, virtually in every dish.
Yeah, that's right. Scallions, garlic, and ginger is the trinity of the Chinese culinary arts. Now we're looking at Chef Ueda. He's preparing his mushrooms.
Interesting. The shiitake
These are
mushrooms,
shiitake
perhaps.
mushrooms. They're very nutritious and good for your body. They help digest mucus and fat, so anybody who has that problem with that. I mean, look at what he is doing with these.
I really worry about these guys cutting their fingers, but they're masters at this, so I guess we're gonna...
They have to keep their heart very calm in order to do this well. I mean, it's really incredible. Okay, let's just jump over to Chef Tong real quick. He's shredding his tofu shreds.
Wow.
He's making them very
That's really
finely, shredding his tofu shreds.
Now let's take a moment to head over to Cece Lee of NTD's Food Paradise, who's mingling with our Times Square audience. Over to you, Cece.
Hello 观众朋友，大家好，我是 CC。那在我旁边这位美女呢，她叫 Bell， 她是 VIV 泰国餐厅的经理。她今天非常的漂亮。可是如果你现在来这边吃呢，他们的食物已经卖光了。不过没有关系，他们这边是有20%off 的 coupon 可以给大家哈。So Bell, let me ask you, if you want to tell people something about your restaurant, what would you like to say?
Hi, hello. Our restaurant name called VIV is location on 49th Street and 9th Avenue. Actually, we have two locations. The first one on 49th Street, and another location on 34th Street and Lexington Avenue.
好的，他就是说呢，您可以来到49街和第9大道，还有34街和第9大道，来尝他们这个道地的泰国北方的餐厅哈。好，谢谢 ，Thank you so much. Let's get back to you guys.
Thank you, Cece, as always. Right now, if you're wondering what's going down in Times Square, New York City, it's Taste Asia and NTD's International Chinese Culinary Competition, the number 6th of many more to come as well. And it's battle Huaiyang, one of the more sweeter cuisines than the other 4 we've displayed already today.
Yes, it's one of the sweeter cuisines. This year we have braised dry tofu shreds with chicken and ham. So actually these chefs had to prepare their chicken stock prior to coming to this competition because it takes hours and we only have 40 minutes for them to get all of their ingredients prepped. And as you can see, Chef Tong is shredding his tofu, and the secret to this dish is he's got to simmer it in that chicken stock, and then the tofu has to absorb all of the flavors from that special ingredient that he's created.
Fantastic. It is fast and furious over there. As part of today's theme, NTD has transformed Times Square into the Chang'an, the ancient capital of China's Tang Dynasty, Tai-san.
Yes, notice the orange theme, the traditional attire, and the elaborate cooking stations. They're inspired by the pagodas of China's Tang Dynasty,
which was 7th to 10th centuries. We're talking about 1,200 years ago during the height of the Tang Dynasty. Chang'an was this kind of like ultimate destination of the Silk Road.
People from all over the world flocked to the city not only to trade but to view the latest arts and fashions. They were there to see and be seen, creating the most amazing cosmopolitan city of the times.
Just like New York City, and if you're working up an appetite watching all this amazing cooking, head over to our stores and grab a ton of freebies and a lot of delicious food as well. Let's take a look, a short video about Chang'an City. And we're back. Cooking station number 1, Chef Ueda from Japan was adding some soup stock. He's adding some soup stock to his tofu dish. Cooking station number 2, Chef Tong from the United States right now is cutting up his mushrooms. And cooking station number 3, Zhang from Germany, just finished cutting up his scallions. Fantastic.
The first dish, this dry braised tofu shreds, is going to be more savory. He's actually going to flavor that chicken stock. He flavored it with some Chinese-style ham and mushrooms, and so it makes it a much more savory dish that you would. And then the second dish, the squirrel fish, is a much more sweet dish that you typically find in Hawaiian cuisine.
Wow, look at how
sweet and sour.
finely cut those. Chef Tong is cutting those mushrooms. Oh, look at Chef Deng right now, cooking station number 3 from Germany. He's frying up his shrimps.
Absolutely, this is a very exciting. So he's frying up the shrimp. What he's going to do with that shrimp is he's actually going to top the squirrel fish at the end of the dish. I think that's an optional. I don't know if all of the chefs do that with the squirrel fish, but he definitely is going to finish this up with that.
Interesting. Now, the famous Taoist Lao Tzu said, man follows earth, earth follows the heavens, and the heavens follow the Tao. The Tao follows nature. And the Tao literally means the way. It can be really understood as the natural principles that guide the material universe, which also serves to guide human behavior. And throughout our lives, Tai-san, we kind of exchange matter with nature, right? Through what we eat. We're going to become what we eat. And the ancient Chinese have long held this appreciation, you could say, for the Tao, incorporating the principles of truthfulness and goodness into their diet.
Lao Tzu also once said that governing a big country is like cooking a small dish. Cooking is complicated, and many factors need to be balanced and prepped really well to effectively please everyone at the table. So similar principles are encompassed in governing a country.
I wish all our governors and presidents would learn how to cook a meal of Chinese fish, even if it's just a small fish. Now, cooking station number 1, he's walking away, isn't he? That was a bit of a dance there.
Yes, he's thrown in his ham into this braised tofu, and now he's tasting the stock to make sure it's all well married together and the flavors are coming out beautifully. We can tell that he's got excellent knifing skills because, I mean, I think he shredded that tofu into like 32 shreds.
This is a real performance. That was amazing. He's plating now, actually, cooking station number 1. He read his Japan. He's actually plating his shredded tofu dish. Very
Chef
nice.
Ueda's plating his tofu
cooking
shreds.
station number 1, nicely plated there.
Beautiful. It's such an elegant piece.
Absolutely.
Such an elegant piece, dish.
You guys have been watching a lot of walking happening down here. Now, as you can see, one of the most unique aspects of traditional Chinese cuisine is the use of the wok. You know, today you're going to find many woks made of Teflon, ceramic coating to create this non-stick effect. But traditional woks were made out of iron, and cooking techniques were developed to create this kind of non-stick surface, Tai-san.
Absolutely, and this non-stick surface is essential for one of the required dishes, squirrel fish, where they're going to deep fry the fish, and you don't want that fish sticking to the side of the wok. So to create that non-stick surface with an iron wok, you really need to heat your wok on a very high heat until it's literally smoking hot, and then you'll add cold oil to the wok. If you don't get the wok hot enough before adding the oil, the food will stick to the sides of the wok.
Now, these guys have an unfair advantage. They have 100,000 BTU gas burners under there. No wonder my cooking is always sticking to my wok. It's not quite as powerful as these guys. Their woks are phenomenal.
No, and they've really mastered their heat and their timing. And the other thing that I love about the wok, flavoring the wok and seasoning the wok, is that you actually, in order to season a wok, you're releasing any toxins that may be naturally found in the iron wok, and so you heat it on this really high heat and you get out all of those toxins. It's quite interesting.
Now, right now, it's sweet and sour squirrel fish time. They are prepping all their fish right now to get that sweet and sourness out, and hopefully sharing it with all the judges and the VIPs out there.
Yes,
They're so lucky.
we were just seeing Chef Zhang. He's preparing his sweet and sour squirrel fish. So he's working hard to show off his personal knifing skills. As you can see, he has to cut through the flesh, but he cannot cut through the skin, so it's quite difficult.
Absolutely. Now, one of NTD Television's mission is to promote traditional Chinese culture, just like we're seeing here. And in addition to competitions like this, NTD is a proud sponsor of Shenyun Performing Arts, the world's premier dance and music company. And for 5,000 years, divine culture flourished in China, Tai-san, but through 80 years of communist rule, cultural treasures like this were destroyed, but through breathtaking music and dance, Shenyun is bringing back it to life.
Experience the music of Shenyun. Exquisite Chinese melodies. Classical Western Symphony. 5,000 years of culture in one grand concert. Shenyun Symphony Orchestra. Returning to Carnegie Hall, October 11th. Tickets on sale now.
Back back. Let's see what Chef Ueda is doing. It looks like he's cutting into his fish. He's preparing it for the squirrel fish. Chef Tong is braising his dry tofu shreds, and Chef Zhang from Germany he has just starched his fish, and he's about to, let's keep our eyes on this. He's about to put it into the wok. Once he gets it into the wok, we're gonna watch what happens. This is actually a very large piece of fish, right?
Wow, check that out. Now they
Beautiful.
put cornstarch on surface of the fish, and they put it in hot oil and deep fry it. And they set the shape by kind of lifting up the tail. When they take the fish out, it looks like this squirrel with pine needles on its back, which is why they call it a squirrel fish.
He has to be very careful. I mean, he's holding his hand over this extremely hot heat, and he's got to hold on to that fish tail. He can't drop it in. He can't lose it. He has to be very calm in his heart.
This squirrel fish is actually, it's not really a squirrel fish. It's called perch or mandarin fish. Just for you guys, just FYI. It has when they finish this dish, it's really crispy on the outside, but really soft in the center as well.
So let's look at the master Chef Ueda. He is butterflying his fish, as you can see. So he's just deboned the fish, the perch fish. Is that what it is?
That's
he's
right,
just
perch.
deboned it. He's cleaning it up. And he has to keep that fish whole. He can't debone it and tear the fish apart, so it's quite challenging.
It's not easy deboning this type of fish. And apprentices apparently start off 6 months just with radishes, cutting pork or kidney into flower shapes to kind of get that effect before they move on to the squirrel fish dish. Quite interesting, isn't it?
Absolutely. And Chef Tong, what is he doing there? It looks like he's simmering his mushrooms and ham for that braised tofu dish.
Can't wait. Now, right now, we're going to head over to our news analyst, Ben Hedges, who happens to be world famous in Taiwan, 220,000 subscribers. Looks like he's talking with some of our audience in Times Square. What's going on over there, Ben?
Hello, 各位观众朋友们，大家好. Hey guys, I'm with two friends here. Where are you from, guys?
Orlando, Florida.
他们来自佛州. Now, you guys really like Chinese food, don't you? 很喜欢中国菜. What's your favorite dishes?
Well, I love noodles, rice, fried rice, and chicken orange.
那他很喜欢中国的炒饭，中国各种各样的面，还有中国式的鸡肉. Now, this is the first time you've tried this drink, isn't it? What do you think of it?
Wow, it tastes really nice, you know? It tastes like, it's kind of weird, but in a good way, you know? It's extraordinary.
Wow. I guess you never tried that before, right? 他从来没有喝过，这是他第一次喝。如果你也要喝，你可以在这里买。So if you want to try this bubble tea from Taiwan, we've also got the booths. You can try it for yourself. Over to you guys.
Wow, check out cooking station number 1. Master Chef Ueda from Japan is putting some cornstarch on his fish. It's going to be, wow, look at that. Oh my, it looks like chrysanthemum. And wait till he fries that. It's going to just spring up into this squirrel fish effect. Amazing.
So this is, we're looking at raw fish here, but wait and see what this looks like when it comes out of the wok. So he's starching the fish right now so that it has this crispy outside and the inside is going to be so tender and wonderful.
Now, over in cooking station number 3, Chef Zhang from Germany is cooking his tofu. Look at those flames. And heading over to cooking station number 2, Chef Tong from the United States has added some of his special stock.
Yes, that looks delicious.
Shredded tofu and adding a little bit of ham. Ooh,
so as you can see, they very finely shredded all of these ingredients.
That's a umami bomb. Heading over to cooking station number 1, Ueda is actually, look at all that fantastic.
So he's putting starch on the fish,
really,
and
inside
he's putting
the
it
crevices.
inside all of the
This
little...
is going to be so delicious. Wow, look at the fish. It's not even breaking apart at all. This is truly mastery at work here.
Okay, so here we go. He's gonna put this in the hot oil. So let's keep our eye on this. Let's watch this whole process. I mean, it's really incredible because when you get served a squirrel fish, what it comes out looking like is a whole fish.
Look at that, Chef Tong's dish is looking beautiful. It's simmering away, absorbing all that soup stock into the shreds, the finely cut tofu shreds. This tofu doesn't really taste like much, which is really why that chicken stock really needs to just infuse into those shredded tofu. Really tests the ability of the chef to keep the tofus really tender as well. Cooking station number 3 is plating. Chef Zhang has completed his dry tofu dish. Well done. Fantastic.
They have to, this is going to show off their ability to balance their heat and timing. So if he overdoes the heat and timing, it's going to just overpower the whole dish. When Chinese culinary masters talk about balance, they aren't just talking about balancing flavors, they're really talking about bringing balance to our bodies. So Chef Law, one of our winners, said that a great chef always has a diner's health in their best interest.
Wow, check out cooking station number 1. Yueda from Japan is frying that fish. He's holding his tail up to keep that sort of like curled effect of the squirrel fish, so it maintains the perfect form they're looking for from the contestants. Ooh.
Okay, so he has to make that oil a little bit hotter, it looks like. He's waiting for that oil to heat up. They don't use thermometers. They're observing the amount of bubbles that they'll see in the oil. So he's starting with the fish head. So he's going to fry out that fish head to get that complete, which is considered one of the best parts of the fish, according to Chinese people.
So fascinating how these guys go through this process. When you go to these restaurants, it comes out like a piece of art. But man, now we're getting to see what's really happening. Chef Tong is plating. He has shredded tofu with ham and he's got to add a little bit of bok choy there.
So beautiful dry braised tofu. He's plating it up again. This is really showing us how elegant Hawaiian cuisine is. I mean, it's got this so much contrast. There's such a huge difference between this dish of the dry braised tofu and the chicken stock and the squirrel fish, which is a sweet and sour sauce. I mean, they could be complete opposites, and yet they're from the same area. It's quite incredible. Oh, let's go over to Chef Ueda.
That fish real good right now. I mean, really, Huayang is very special. There's like 2,000 years of history. It's, they've taken advantage of the bounty of the China's Huai and Yangtze River. You've all heard of the Yangtze River. Look at this amazing seafood. And wow, look at that. Cooking station number 1, Ueda is still frying that fish head real good. Can't wait to see how the judges react to cooking station number 1, Master Chef Ueda from Japan.
So the first thing that they need to do with this dish is they've deboned it. They've cut the fish in the horizontal and vertical area right through the flesh, but not through the skin, to show the judges their cutting skills. They add some cornstarch onto the surface of the fish, and then now we're at the final version, which is deep frying it in the hot oil. So if we go over to Chef Tong, he's also getting ready to put his squirrel fish right into the oil. In addition to putting on this competition, NTD produces award-winning TV programs and documentaries.
Yes, recently NTD produced a documentary called Free China, and it's received over a dozen film festival awards. Free China really goes into the moving and powerful stories of 2 Falun Gong practitioners who escaped torture and persecution in China, lived to tell the tale. Just for meditating and believing in truth and compassion. Let's take a look at the Free China campaign trailer. Check out the website. Tai-san.
Welcome
10 minutes to go, Tai-san. Exciting. Heat is on. Cooking station number 1, Ueda from Japan. Cooking station number 2 is putting the cornstarch on his fish. He's actually
Chef
putting his
Tong
fish.
He's
Wow.
put his fish in, he's simmering it up, and Chef Zhang is making his sauce. It's really quite exciting. I mean, this squirrel fish, when done right, it's going to come out and it's going to look like a blossomed chrysanthemum. It'll be just gorgeous if it's done correctly.
And sweet and sour, it's delicious as well. Goes fantastic with anything.
Yes, we've really been emphasizing the cutting skills here, but what we haven't seen them do yet with the sweet and sour fish is make the sauce yet. That sauce is going to be a bright red sauce. What they do with that sauce is they have to put in tomato paste actually, which they saute with some onions to get out that flavor, that funny flavor. They mix it with some white vinegar, rock sugar, and haw-berry jam, and then that sauce is going to be this bright red, beautiful sauce.
Look at Chef Ueda's fish looking pretty good. It's got the form, it's got the crispiness, it's got the chrysanthemum effect, the squirrel effect. Look at that!
Wow. So what he's going to do? What he's going to do now is he's going to make his sauce. So he's going to let that oil drain out of the fish, and he's fried it up. He has to get the heat and timing correct because the outside needs to be nice and crispy. The inside needs to be cooked all the way through, but soft and tender. And so we're waiting for him to then prepare his sauce. Chef Tong looks like he's already getting his sauce ready.
And on stage, turn your attention to CC Lee from Food Paradise and Ben Hedges from A Foreigner's View of China. Over to you guys with Chopsticks Battle.
各位观众朋友们，大家好。
Hello everyone out there.
And Kian, we're actually doing the food tasting. These guys are very lucky. They're going to get to try some of this wonderful Chinese food that our chefs have been cooking. So guys, Chinese food actually has 5 different food categories, but we're going to narrow it down to 3 for you. So this food is either Sichuan, which is spicy, Huaiyang, which is sweet, or Cantonese cuisine, which is light. And you've got to guess which one it is.
是的，没错，传统的中国菜有5大菜系，它们分为山东、广东、四川、淮扬，还有东北。那四川是辣的，淮扬是甜的，广东菜是鲜的。那我们这边有3位勇敢的观众要来尝尝看这一道菜是哪一道菜系的。
So I'll just give you a little reminder of that. It's either Sichuan, which is spicy, Huaiyang, which is sweet, or Cantonese, which is light. So you guys ready to eat?
So let's give it a try.
Go for it. So what about you, sir? What do you think?
Sichuan.
Sichuan. And Sichuan is spicy. 他认为是四川菜，是辣的。What about you, sir?
I think it's light.
You think it's light? Okay, wow. 他认为是广东菜。
And what about you?
I think it's light also.
You think it's light? 他也觉得是广东菜。真的答案是什么呢？
Well, it is Sichuan, which is spicy.
Don't you see this pepper right here? It's kind of red pepper. It's
These
spicy.
guys can certainly take their spice. Try another mouthful. Okay, so Cece, what are our contestants going to get?
好的，今天的每位观众呢都可以拿到一对精美的筷子。那答对的这位先生 Eric 呢，他还可以拿到一个25块钱非常好吃意大利餐厅的餐券。谢谢大家。
Okay, so our contestants are all going to get a pair of souvenir chopsticks for their efforts, and our champion a $25 voucher for a restaurant here in Manhattan. Over to you, Kian.
We're back with cooking station number 1. Ueda from Japan is working all that sweet and sour sauce with the flames reaching up to his eyebrows. And cooking station number 2, he's putting on his gloves ready. Cooking station number 3 is plating his dish for the squirrel fish. Very nicely done. Very pretty.
Yeah, so he's going to put it all together. He'll top it with the sauce, and it'll be quite delicious, hopefully. And let's go and see what Chef Ueda's doing. So he's just finishing up that.
He's double fried that fish for sure.
Double fried it. He's finishing up his sauce.
How red that is.
I know, it's bright red. It's so beautiful. So that sauce, Kian, it actually needs to be a balance between the sweet and the sour. The way to balance it out is it can't be overly sweet, so they have to throw in a little bit of salt to make sure that the sweetness comes out, but they're not overpowering it with sugar.
Just 5 minutes remaining for Battle Huaiyang, and today's Taste Asia event is organized by none other than New Tang Dynasty Television, better known as NTD, and through this event we hope to raise awareness of the richness and sophistication of traditional Asian cuisine.
Yes, along with its sister media Epoch Times, NTD is the only source of uncensored news coming in and out of China. As a result, it has become the largest independent Chinese language media in the world.
Let's take a closer look at NTD Television.
NTD, the largest independent Chinese TV network in the US. Based in New York, NTD creates original programs for Chinese Americans. We produce in-depth reporting on China, discussion, authentic culture, lifestyle, health, and entertainment shows. For our audiences, NTD is the #1 source for China news and Chinese culture. NTD is expanding, reaching New York, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Washington, D.C., Houston, and Hawaii through cable and over-the-air channels. NTD is also available online and on digital devices. In addition, NTD connects directly with audiences through live events, delivering face-to-face opportunities for clients that no other network can provide. Our business is helping your business grow. NTD, your solution for the Chinese American market.
And on cooking station #1, Yuetta just finished drizzling the sweet and sour sauce on that squirrelfish. Now, interestingly, it comes up with this beautiful crackling sound. So there's another dimension to this dish. It's fantastic. Beautifully plated pine nuts
that
there.
Gorgeous
look
red
how well
color. So beautiful.
Added some grapes as well. Interesting. Zhang is plating as well. He's added, wow, look at that. Let's get a close-up.
So he said, you know, Chef Zhang has done something very, very interesting. He's actually added shrimp to the top of this, which I haven't seen before. I think that's his own little signature to this dish.
And cooking station #1 is cleaning up right now. It's surf and surf. Wow, look how pretty that is.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So
immaculate.
This dish, as we can see, is very different from the other required dish of the dry braised tofu. It's so much more rich. It's so much more sweet. It's so much more, you know, the other dish is more savory and light.
So if we look at the judges, right now they're digging into the color, they're looking at the color. You know, there's actually 2 major categories. We're talking about production process, 20% of the score of this material preparation, workspace sanitation, personal hygiene, even high standard of all things. Of course, professionalism and traditional techniques. This is coming down the last 2 minutes.
The remaining 80% goes to the quality of the finished dish. That includes the appearance, the shape, the color, the knife skills, and the balance of ingredients and the amount of sauce. So let's jump over to Chef Zhang. He's actually finishing, and he's like finishing up the sauce. Oh, this is Chef Ueda's finished product. So,
wow, how
you know,
pretty is that?
Quality includes the taste, such as bringing out each dish's unique flavor, adhering to the flavors of the culinary style, and balancing all of the flavors and letting the lead flavors stand out.
Chef Zhang is finishing his plating of his sweet and sour squirrel fish, making some decorations at the moment. I wonder how the judges are reacting to all this.
I don't know.
Cooking station #2's squirrel fish was actually a little bit different. Had a little bit of peas, a little bit of carrots, pine nuts. We didn't see that. We didn't see any pine nuts. We didn't see any peas or carrots on cooking station #1. So interesting to see how the judge is going to react to the slightly different garnishes.
Right. Well, you know, we'll see how they react. I mean, I don't know. It's interesting because each chef seems to have brought to the table their own personal style around the sweet and sour squirrel fish. It's interesting.
Wow. 35 seconds to go. My gosh. Let's go to have a countdown for our final round. Final. This will be it, ladies and gentlemen. My goodness. 25 seconds remaining. Cooking state. I think they've finished plating, everyone. Fantastic job. Even one of the judges is taking a photo of these beautiful dishes.
One of the things about this this cuisine, you know, They really have to master their knifing skills.
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Walks down. Congratulations to all the amazing finalists. It's been Battle Huayang, NTD 6 International Chinese Culinary Competition, brought to you by New Tang Dynasty Television. Thank you, competitors. Going to see you up on stage very shortly to see who's going to take gold prize. Emperor's Chef. I want to thank all the fantastic sponsors: T-Mobile, Gunter Wilhelm, Incredible India, Goya, H-Mart, Radiance Tea House, Hell's Chicken, Hatsuhana Sushi Restaurant, Sushi Zen, Royce Chocolates, DF Mavens, Asahi, Chibao Meat Products, Kung Fu Tea. Don't you love that name? Canlo Gourmet Teas, Cocoa Fresh Tea and Juices, Soul Garden, Nonya Restaurant, and so many more. We want to also mention you get a free gift for every one of you guys out there. You get a favorite photo of yours on a canvas print, absolutely free. 8x8 inch or 12x8. Go to this website, Picanova, Picanova, Picanova.com/Taste Asia and get your free canvas. We also want to thank, obviously, the Epic Times. They're going to give a free giveaway as well, $200 gift card from Dwayne Reed. Put your name. They still haven't drawn the prizes yet, and also a fantastic restaurant $200 gift voucher for that as well. Some amazing sponsorship, and we're going to take a short break, and we're going to be back with the gold medal presentations.
And that was Battle Huayang. Give a warm New York welcome to the first finalist, Ueda Tadayoshi from Japan.
刚才您看到的是淮扬菜系的比赛，那么下面我们还是先来评委们给一些点评。我们第一位的选手是来自日本的上田忠义，那杨怡，请你先给一些点评。
Here's some comments from the judges.
这位选手是日本选手，我很震惊，他能做出这么道地的中国菜。但是可能因为现场的原因，时间很紧，汤的味道不足，所以造成呢他今天有一些失误。我想将来他会做得更好的。
I'm really shocked that because this chef is from Japan, he's a Japanese, that he can cook such authentic Chinese dish. Well, the only thing is today, because of the environment, he's not familiar, so there's a little bit lacking in terms of cooking. But I believe that he is really good. 张华, Akiko, please.
So I understand how Japanese cuisine is cooked, which is actually so much in common with the Huayang, because it's based on seasonal local ingredients. And I was very impressed. Chef Ueda cooked so well, and maybe it's partly because he's Japanese. So I was very proud.
Thank you.
Thank you. Akiko 说呢，他说日本的厨师呢，其实是非常善于用当地的原料，而且是很讲究时令的。那他觉得说他很 proud， 很骄傲。我们这个日本厨师上田忠义能够做这么好的中国菜，他说也可能一部分原因是因为他是日本厨师。
Thank you, Akiko.
Thank you， 张华。
作为日本人，今天他的刀工让我们都很吃惊，不错了，非常不错。说实在的，一般的中国厨师也只不过如此而已。希望你再接再厉， 能够把更多的美味带到日本。
Chef Zhang Hua said he's really surprised with the really high knife skill that Ueda Tadayoshi has. And he said a lot of Chinese chefs are not as good or just as good as his knife skill. So he wished he can bring more authentic Chinese cuisine back into Japan. 谢谢，好，曲运强
And to our head judge.
大家都知道淮扬菜呢，很注重刀工，清淡，典雅，刀加工精致。
Huaiyang cuisine is really emphasized on knife skill, delicate, light, but very delicate.
这位日本大厨呢，这个刀工大家都说了非常好。
His knife skill is really good.
具体讲呢，这个大煮干丝啊，并不是大火煮的意思。
The chicken, the dry tofu dish, it doesn't mean that you need to use a strong fire to cook it.
对，是要有好的汤，去小火微烤微煮它，因为豆腐是无味的嘛，这是道汤菜，所以汤要好，这个味道稍微要淡而不薄，浓而不腻，味道比较淡一点，哎。
Yeah, this dish, it really needs good chicken stock, and you need to use small fire to slowly simmer it, so the tofu can absorb all the flavor. So the flavor is light, is actually light, but not like no flavor, and it's also actually has very very good flavor in there.
松鼠鱼呢，也能看出来，肯定是如果要是在家做。肯定没问题，肯定现场啊，油温呐，还有一些厨具不熟悉，有一些不太欠佳一些，但是我想他做的已经很好了。
The squirrelfish, if he cook at home, I'm sure he can cook 100% well. But here, because maybe oil, temperature, the equipment, so it impacts the skill. But overall, it's really good.
Thank you, judges, and thank you once again to Ueda Tadayoshi from Japan. All the best.
谢谢。
Thank you. Very gracious.
好，我们下面有请来自美国的童云彩。
From America, please welcome Tong Yun Chai.
谢谢。好，那我们还是请杨怡先来点评几句。
这位选手他在做的技法上很传统，非常传统，这是我们非常愿意看到的。但是今天的做的松鼠鱼的颜色，不知道是不是因为原料的缘故，稍微有点太深，所以我觉得下次你肯定能做得更好。
He's really using traditional way to cook. That's what we like to see, the traditional skills. But today the squirrelfish, the color is a little bit too dark. Not sure if it's because of ingredient or something. A little bit dark. Akiko.
So I found Chef Tong dishes more colorful, and in a way it's more interesting. Because texture was more varied, and I like the way he cut the tofu. Because I think there's slight variation, and he showed a different texture, and I like that a lot.
Thank you. Interesting comments.
Interesting.
Thank you.
Akiko 说，童大厨的他的食物呢是有一些不同的特点。那它的，比如说它的颜色有点比较多变，然后它那个切豆腐切丝的那个手法比较有意思。他觉得他那个吃上去质感不错，他很喜欢。张华。
很不错了，发挥的也还可以。但是像大煮干丝这种粗菜细做要靠汤去养的菜呢，有的时候主辅料的配比啊、省丝啊各方面啊，还是要掌握那个量，否则的话容易串味。应该说今天发挥的还是可以，有可能在糖醋鱼方面，下一次可以在不同的糖醋汁上面多去了解。 或许会做出更颜色漂亮的菜。好，谢谢。
A dry tofu dish is actually because it really depends on a good chicken stock, and the percentage of the main ingredients and the assistant ingredients needs to be right. So that part maybe needs a bit improvement. And also squirrel fish, the sauce of the squirrel fish, maybe he can explore more so a variety of the sauce, so it actually can improve next time in terms of color. 谢谢，曲云强先生。
我想这肯定是。如果要是它正常发挥的好，环境啊，还有很多种种植因素的话，它会，又非常的好。你比如说这个笋丝哈，这个辅料呢不能大于主料，而且呢这笋丝啊，这天气热，再加上是罐装的，在处理上要不让它有一些异味，这些都是细节，但是呢肯定是因为。这个环境啊，还有很多种因素。再一个呢，我们这个。
I believe that if he cook at home or in the familiar environment, he can do very well. Today, because the environment he's not familiar with, so maybe in some aspect, for example, in the dry tofu dish, one of the assistant ingredient is more than the main ingredient.
再一个呢，松鼠鱼哈，你可以不用番茄的酱那种去炒，换一种颜色也可以。中国菜是以味道为核心，这个味道是中国菜的一个很重要的一个部分。这个糖醋的口味要掌握的恰到好处，颜色还有什么也可以不用番茄酱，但是你这个口味必须要恰到好处。
In terms of squirrel fish, it's okay if you don't use the tomato sauce, but the taste and the color needs to be right. So because Chinese, the dish taste is one of the main pillar, so the taste and color needs to be right, even if you use other kind of sauce.
Thank you, judges,
Thank
for the
you,
insightful comment. And thank you, Tong Yun Chai from the United States. Thank you.
第三位，我们欢迎德国的张君安。
From Germany, please welcome Zhang Jun.
好，那我们还是先请杨怡来点评。
张师傅已经参加过几届了，所以我觉得张师傅来这儿最大的收获就是每一次都收获新的知识。我希望张师傅呢继续努力。
Well, Chef Zhang has attended a few of our competitions. Every time he learns something, so I hope that he continues to improve.
Actually, I was not able to participate in his judging this morning, so.
That's right.
But I wish I did.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. 张华
再接再厉，再接再厉。
Well, keep improving.
Keep coming back.
曲云强。
这张大厨呢，肯定是他做菜很快，但是呢，咱们的时间呢。也富有余，你比如说那个大煮干丝哈，小火微烤呢，味道会更入味、更鲜美一些。所以呢，在时间上快了，口味上呢就没有发挥出来。加油吧！
Well, Chef Zhang cooks with really quickly, but we actually have enough time today for the two dishes, 40 minutes. So if he can use small fire to slowly cook the dry tofu dish, it can absorb more flavor. 谢谢评委 ，Thank you.
Thank you all judges
谢谢
one more time, and thank you our finalists. Thank you, 谢谢。
Thank you.
And we're going to be right back with the announcement of the winner. We'll be right back. We've been waiting for. So whose cuisine shall reign supreme? Who will be crowned the Emperor Chef NTD 6 International Chinese Culinary Competition for the Huaiyang cuisine?
下面我们就要宣布淮扬菜的优胜者的姓名。那么这个姓名已经是在我的信封里了，所以现在我要把信封给我们的书法大师李琮，让他写出来。
We we have the results. We're going to pass it to the master calligraphist, Li Jin, who will actually write the winner's name. It's like a piece of art, Chinese calligraphy. And that was the last stroke. Let's make final preparations.
We're almost there.
Almost there. It's finishing touches. Interesting. All right.
Hey. Final preparation.
Okay, and the winner is
淮扬菜的优胜者的名字是
coming in first place from Japan,
来自日本的上田忠义，获
Yoshi.
得了本次淮扬菜的银奖。
The judges have scored him to win the silver medal. He wins sufficient scoring for the silver medal, $2,000 US. Congratulations. He top scored the Huaiyang cuisine with sufficient scoring to win a silver medal, $2,000 US. Photo time. Congratulations. Fantastic. Now please welcome the chairman of the board of NTD Television to confer the medal. And some beautiful flowers to top it off. Congratulations, first place winner with a silver medal.
想问一下，您有什么想跟大家分享的吗？
今日の日は料理人として一生忘れません。
今天作为一个人，我会忘记这一天的。
He said, as a chef, he will never forget today. Thank you.
Congratulations again. And now, coming in second place tonight, from the United States of America, Tong Yun
来自
Chai.
美国的童英才
$1,000 with the bronze
获
prize.
得了本轮比
Congratulations.
赛的铜奖。
And honorable mention from Germany, Zhang Jun.
张君安获得了优胜奖。还是我们请
Chairman of the board, Li Zhong, with the silver medal to be conferred to United States finalist Tong Yun Tsai. Bronze, I beg your pardon.
这位是铜彩铜奖。铜奖获奖者呢，能得到$1000的奖金。
$1,000 US for the bronze prize. And finally, honorable mention goes to Zhang Jun of Germany. Congratulations, and some lovely flowers to top it off.
祝贺我们淮扬菜的3位获奖者。
We have one final prize. Please welcome up the president of Gunther Wilhelm Knives, David Malik.
每一位参赛者都获得了我们赞助商的一份礼物，是一套12把刀的西式刀具。
Gunther Wilhelm Knives, makers of the world's finest kitchen cutlery and cookware. This 12-piece cutlery set is designed for the ultimate culinary experience, especially when they don't want to cook Chinese food. Thank you very much, David Malik, with his beautiful set from Gunther Wilhelm. Another photo opportunity to finalize tonight's Huayang battle. Thank you all. Congratulations.
祝贺祝贺。
Jenny, what an incredible 2 days we've had here. From yesterday's Taste Asia culinary extravaganza with incredible performances from 12 to 10 p.m. to today's NTD 6 International Chinese Culinary Competition.
没错，我们和大家度过了非常难忘的2天。昨天在这里是亚洲美食节的庆祝活动，今天呢是新唐人第6届中国菜厨技大赛，非常感谢大家的参与。
So many people to thank, and we're going to thank them. From all the tireless staff at NTD Television and the Epic Times, the presenters of Taste Asia have been working for months, as you'd imagine. 48 hours straight in some cases to make this happen, transforming Times Square into the ancient capital of Chang'an City of China. And we also want to thank so many other sponsors. Shall we go through them? Yes, we shall.
Let's thank our staff here. 我们非常感谢在新唐人和大纪元所有参与大赛的工作人员，他们非常辛苦的工作。这2天是非常辛苦，但是这2个月来一直是很辛苦。那么我们也非常感谢参与我们这次活动的所有的赞助商。
Our major sponsors include T-Mobile, Gunther Wilhelm, Incredible India, Goya, H-Mart, Radiant Tea House, Hell's Chicken, Hatsuhana Sushi Restaurant, Sushi Zen, Royce Chocolates, Kung So Restaurant, Maison Sevilla, DF Mavens, Asahi, Chibai Meat Products, Picanova, Kung Fu Tea. We've got Canlo Gourmet Teas, Cocoa Fresh Teas and Juice, Soul Garden, Nonya Restaurant, all the amazing food stalls over the last 48 hours.
希望大家能够在这里再待一会儿，品尝美食和了解更多的我们赞助商的信息。我们非常感谢所有现场观众的参与，希望与你们明年再见。
Importantly, we want to thank you, the audience in Times Square and all around the world. This concludes not only Taste Asia, but NTD 6 International Chinese Culinary Competition. Until next time, eat lots of Chinese food, authentic Chinese food. Take care and good night.
Good night, everyone. Bye.
Until next year. Thank you, Jenny.
Bye.